24 hours in Ottawa. What can you do? Well, that's the goal of today's video. I'm gonna try and take you in on a 24-hour challenge around the city and show you every single amazing thing to do in the morning, in the afternoon, in the evening, at night, and even in the middle of the night. Yes, we're going all 24 hours here, so let's go and explore the city. Okay, so let's start off by talking about the elephant in the room here. Ottawa is actually known to be the most boring city in Canada. And no, this is not a personal opinion, I'm not taking shots. If you literally look up on Google, most boring city in Canada, Ottawa shows up in big black letters. So this video isn't going to try and persuade you to think otherwise, but rather hopefully it opens your eyes up to a lot of interesting things that go down in this city so that you can make the most of your time, either if you live here or if you're traveling here. Now, a great starting point would be with some physical exercise. And Ottawa is actually known to be one of the most bike-friendly cities in Canada. They have a lot of bike paths and the city is actually really well built for bikers. So the first thing we're gonna do this morning is we're gonna go rent a bike from a place called Rent a Bike, and we're gonna go bike around the city. Bike ride leaves us here at the Parliament of Canada. Now, I obviously can't make a video about Ottawa without including the Parliament. It's probably 90% of the reason why any of you are gonna come and visit. Something I truly love about walking through Ottawa is seeing how diverse everyone here is. Whether you're a visitor or a resident, it's really cool because, you know, Ottawa is the capital of Canada. Most people who immigrate into this country have to go through Ottawa to confirm their immigration status and become permanent residents and citizens of Canada. So what you're seeing when you walk around is not just parts of history, but for a lot of people, it's the beginning of a new life. I think when people constantly refer to Ottawa as being boring, it's because a lot of things are focused on history and not so much on, you know, activities. But that's okay, right? You have cities for activity, you have cities for history. You need a mix of both, and that's what makes Canada such a great country. Wanted to eat at Zach's, but this lineup is gonna have me here for like 2-3 hours, so let me show you a good alternative. So you know the saying, when life gives you lemons, you make lemonade. Well, life didn't give me lemons with this Zach's Diner being so busy, but it gave me the opportunity to make limoncello because we are going to be Italian for breakfast today. And we're so Italian that I got the Italian acqua panna, baby. What was really cool about this place is how authentically Italian it felt. Like, all the products were written in Italian. They're from Italy. I like that they have a sandwich shop inside the store. I never would have been able to actually discover this place if Zach's Diner wasn't so busy. So I guess everything does happen for a reason. And mind you, 2 of these massive halves equals $7.99. That's it for all of this, man. Wow. Oh, what a great sandwich. I'm gonna leave the other half for my sister. And now we're gonna continue on with our afternoon activities. Let's go. All right, so moving into the afternoon activities, we're actually going across the bridge over to Gatineau, and we are going to go explore Gatineau Park, which is one of the most beautiful parks in Eastern Canada. Lake Mead.
We did.
We walked an hour and 10 minutes one way just for this. Let's see what it looks like. Alright, so this lake is called a meromictic lake. What that means exactly is that the waters from the surface of the lake actually don't mix with the waters beneath the surface. So after 15 meters in this lake, there's no oxygen present. Of course, I'm getting all these facts because, you know, they have all this information right here, but it says that the deepest water in the lake hasn't been in contact with any air for over 10,000 years. And because of that, apparently some of the rarest forms and because it is so untouched and so unchanged, apparently some of the earliest life forms on Earth still live below this lake. I would have never thought that this thing existed in Gatineau Park or in Ottawa, to be honest. That's absolutely insane. Okay, that's enough nature. Now let's go back into Ottawa and have probably the best pizza in Canada. Okay, so first meal of the afternoon back in Ottawa here is at Farinella's Pizza. And trust me when I say this, this will possibly be the best piece of food that you eat while you're here in Ottawa. And that's because it's not just your traditional pizza joint. They make big pizzas, but they don't just make big pizzas, they make full-ass massive pizzas. Yeah, look at how wide this pizza is. I mean, this is it. This is not your average pizza. This is top 5 in the world pizza. And this coming from a guy who literally traveled to Naples for the sole purpose of eating the best pizza in the world. If you're debating whether to come to Ottawa or not and you need a reason that really puts you over the edge, come for this pizza. One thing you gotta know about Canadians is that we all live and breathe sports. And while for the most part, that sport is hockey, in the summer when hockey is not in season, the CFL is king. Tonight, I am dragging my sister along with me for a CFL game. We're going to watch the Ottawa Redblacks play. Guess what? The Montreal Alouettes are in town. I'm geared up. Even though I'm in Ottawa tonight, I'm always from Montreal. So we're gonna go and watch this game, and looks like they just scored on us, so I'll keep you posted. I like this. I like this. I like this. Gotta admit, one of the coolest things about this stadium is just how open concept it is. You can leave at halftime like I am right now and walk around the open area in Lansdowne Park. And look at this, there's an apartment building. There's people living in an apartment who are up above us watching the game right next to us. And you can walk around basically anywhere in the stadium and then you just go back to your seats later on. Big game, big win. Montreal stands on top. Now let's see what we have for the rest of the evening and the middle of the night. Like Zach's Diner, Elgin Street Diner is a famous 24-hour staple in Ottawa, and deservingly so. Only a determined man can decide to go eat a poutine, eggs, and bacon at 1 a.m. But you know what? I was not alone. This place was absolutely packed when I went. After Elgin's, it was time to put that poutine, aka tranquilizer, to use and try to get about an hour of sleep before the final part of our day, watching the sunrise. So as the sun starts to rise and a new day in Ottawa begins, my 24-hour challenge comes to a close. This was a battle, I gotta be honest, but Ottawa is an amazing place. I know it gets a bad rep, like if you look up the most boring city in Canada, Ottawa shows up as #1, but I don't think that anyone can make that claim, and I really hope that making this video helps back that up. Yeah, I truly believe that life is just a set of experiences that we choose to create for ourselves, and the more valuable we can make them, the more fruitful our lives can be. So, you know what? This whole day was full of those types of experiences. Ottawa, you've been great, but I've been up for almost 24 hours straight, so I think it's time to hit the sack. So with that, thank you guys so much for watching this video, and if you want to continue on this Canadian journey with me and watch some more awesome content, smash that subscribe button. I'm Will, the channel is Sprought, and as always, it's a mindset. I'll see you next week.